Well, good evening, folks, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Quincy Kane here, and this is live stream number 77. And for this stream, we're going to be trying a new segment, a different segment. One thing I'm wanting to do with these live streams is to have a few different segments to cycle through. So I'm still going to be performing songs and things like that, but had a few ideas. We'll have like the reaction segments. We'll have kind of a Q&A segment where you can request songs, and I'll play what you guys request. And then this is another segment that I'm going to try. This is my first time trying this, so this might be a little rough, but I think this can develop into something pretty cool. But we're going to try writing a song together. I thought it'd be fun to kind of share with you guys sort of the songwriting process and how that develops. And so let me show you here. Bam! There's a window. That's my that's Logic Pro 9. That's the software that I use for making songs, for recording music, for creating the drums and the bass and the guitars and vocals and all that. So I have no clue what we're going to come up with for this stream. I'm hoping that's kind of where you guys can help. I do have a backup plan. And thanks, Stan. Stan says this is going to be great. We'll see. we'll see how it comes out. This first one might be a little rough, but we'll try. But yeah, so if you ever have any suggestions of what you would enjoy to see from this, let me know. But yeah, we're gonna dive into it in just a moment here. So let me kind of give you guys just a quick explanation of what we're trying to do and what we're currently dealing with. So the window you're seeing here, this is the software I use. This is Logic Pro 9, and basically all these different tracks are instrument tracks. So up here, the Studio Tight kit, that is the drum kit. I program my drums. That's kind of the nice thing is, you can create a pretty great sounding drum beat just on your computer with your headphones. I don't have to hook up a drum set or set up mics for a real drum set and play. Obviously that's going to sound great, but we don't always have the time or the convenience or the budget to handle something like that. And so this is a very inexpensive way to get a high quality drum recording. So yeah, I program my drums on here. We got Attitude Bass. That's the name of the bass tone that I'm using on here, and I've got some things for that. I have a piano on here, but this is actually not for piano. I use this piano for vocals. I use it to create a melody that I sing along with, and it sort of helps me just kind of sort of follow my ear and just kind of be able to sing on key. Sometimes you think you're on key, and then you listen back and you're like, oh, it was just a tiny bit sharp or something. And so having that melody to sort of follow and sing along with can be kind of helpful. Don't know if we're going to use that too much in this segment because we're just kind of, making up music for fun, but, we'll see what happens. Then I got some guitar tracks. I have my, this guitar here is for tracking. This is just to lay down the recording. And then these other tracks are more of like closer to a finished tone. So we've got the left guitar, and then we got another one panned to the right. And then we've got a couple lead guitars. These are slightly different tone and just another guitar layer. And then lastly, we have a vocal track. So these are the vocals, that I can sing and record, and we can duplicate this if we need, harmonies or background vocals and things like that. And then basically we have a timeline here. If I hit the space bar, it plays, and this timeline as it passes through the audio or the MIDI or whatever information, it plays it, and we're able to hear it and stuff. Now, one little again, this is my first time doing this. Stan says I like that Attitude Bass. I didn't come up with the name, when you're working with software instruments, this program, Logic Pro, it has a lot of presets on there already. It's got different drum kits, different bass tones you can go through. And I found a bass tone called Attitude Bass, and that one sounded pretty good. And I've kind of added a lot of plugins. In fact, if I hit this button here, Mixer, bam. So here's my mixer. So you can see all these faders. This is the different volume levels. You can see I'm talking to this mic. Hey, hey. So see that audio going up? There's my mic right there. And here's all the different, fader levels or the panning positions for, all the different tracks. So yeah, there's the bass right there. And then these little blue boxes you see, these are called plugins. These are different tools to shape the sound. So there's an EQ on there that helps you adjust the volume levels of the frequencies. So, if it sounds a little dull, you might raise the high end, bring a little more brightness, or cut out some mud, different things like that. and then there's compressors on here. Compression helps to make the audio a bit more consistent, so it has good punch, and it doesn't, doesn't sound good at first and then get too quiet at certain parts. It gives it some consistency, so the whole mix can stay balanced. And then, some other fancy plugins and things like that. Guitar amp sims. So it can be complicated stuff, but this isn't supposed to be complicated. We're here for fun. We're here just to be creative. Now, one thing I haven't quite figured out yet. Stan says naturally. Yep. So one thing I haven't quite figured out yet. Thankfully, you'll be able to watch me do a lot of this. But if I select the drums here, there's a blue box here that says Ultrabeat. Ultrabeat is the name of the drum machine, basically the drum software that you use to program the drum beats. In fact, it says right there, Ultrabeat Drum Synth. So if I were to open this, basically different drum sounds are assigned to a keyboard. And if I were to plug in a keyboard, I can hit those notes and they'll play it. But thankfully, there's a keyboard on here on the computer. So if I double click this, the window opens up. But the problem is, you guys can't see it. I did a test, and in the test, you can't see it. But right now, there's a little window that opens up, and it's got basically a grid on it, and I basically select all these different squares to create a pattern, and that pattern creates the beat. So you'll be able to hear it, but you won't be able to see it. So hopefully that's something I can tweak for for future episodes, because I don't want it'd be a lot more interesting to watch if you could see it, obviously. Now, hopefully that's the only visual thing that's going to be lacking. I think everything else you should be able to see just fine, and be able to see me performing the song or whatever it might be. But anyway, that's kind of an introduction to how this works. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, Stanley, do you have any preference of what you'd like to hear? Let me share real quick. How do we write a song to begin with? For myself, a lot of people can approach this different ways, but for me, what I like to do, I'm usually inspired by a sound. A lot of times I'll hear a song that I like and say, man, that sounded good. I want to write something like that, and I'll sort of let that inspire me. And most of the time when I write, in fact, probably the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my guitar, and I'll record with that. Usually I'll write kind of a guitar part first, and once I'm figuring out like a guitar riff or a guitar, chord progression that I like, then I'll start figuring out like a drum beat and all that stuff. So it's a bit of a process and a lot of back and forth from like guitar and drums, and then eventually I'll come up with a melody for the vocals, and I'll pretty much write most of the song before writing the words. So don't know how far we're gonna get. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm probably gonna grab the guitar first. And so Stan, if you're not sure how to go about this, my idea is just to, I've got my phone here, and I might just look up a couple songs from some bands I like, and we'll just find a song that sounds good and go from there. But one thing I was going to ask is, just a couple simple questions. Do we want to write like a heavy song? We want to try to write something heavy and rocking, or we can try to write like a lighter song, something more like a ballad, or more like emotional kind of song. And then, do we want to write something kind of fast and upbeat? Do we want it to sound like urgent and like energetic, or do we want something kind of slow and powerful, or slow and kind of moody, kind of vibey? And then that's the other thing too. That's just the tempo and the impact, but then there's also like what kind of emotion and vibe do we want it to have? The song, it could be kind of hopeful and uplifting, or it could be kind of sad and pretty. It could be inspirational. It could be aggressive. It could be adventurous. It could be intense. It could be grooving. Something to kind of get you bobbing your head. It could be kind of dark or dissonant. It could be technical, or whatever you can think of. If you have any suggestions, Stan says monster ballad, and so or ballet. So, or I don't know if I mean ballet. What? I think you meant ballad, but yeah, ballet. But monster ballad. We could try that. All right. So something kind of big, but sort of slow. All right. That's a good cue. So let me grab the guitar real quick. Uh-oh. Hey, check 1 2. Am I still coming through? Sorry. All right. Hopefully I'm still coming through. Some kind of buzz just kind of came. And hey, check 1 2. Oh, you know what? I kind of have an idea what it might be. All right, hopefully, yeah. So probably just my preamp. So, all right, let me grab my guitar. Okay. Now, again, I'm still kind of learning a setup here, so you guys should be able to kind of see, see my guitar, right? Yeah, hopefully that's kind of a good angle right there where I can play. And I might just have to talk a little louder. Like, ideally, it'd be nice to move this mic, but I don't want to be moving it all the time, so we'll see. All right, so let me get my, my guitar setting on. Oh, hey, we got Daniel. Daniel says, I'm busy right now, but I'll come back about 5:40 if y'all are still here. Well, we might be still here. I don't know if you heard, but we're going to be trying to do some songwriting, so kind of having more of a creative session. But we definitely love you to be a part of it. We're just getting started, so yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully you can make it back, but appreciate you at least tuning in to give us a heads up. So let's see here. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, let me get my guitar tone on. All right, now you'll notice this isn't going to sound like a totally finished tone. It's a little muddy, a little dark. And that's because I'm not using as many plugins, because plugins use processing power, while you're recording, and so it can kind of be some laggy. Like, you won't get as good a recording process. So I use this tone to record, and then the other tracks I have, like the left guitar, these are closer to a finished tone. They're not completely a finished tone, but they have a lot more plugins that get them closer. So, so right now we're just gonna try some writing. So Stan suggested kind of a monster ballad. So we want something kind of big and epic. Let's see. I'm just kind of brainstorming here. Just looking for kind of a big, powerful chord progression. So we roughing it. Yep, that's right. Yep. What's up? Oh, Daniel got the email. Well, glad you got it. I was a little late in sending it. All right, so here's the interesting thing. So Stan, I don't know if, like, as I'm playing this, I can kind of imagine the other things. I know you guys might not be able to imagine it just yet, but what are you thinking of that so far? I know it's a little weird sounding, but I think there could be like a really good melody, like a... And I'm kind of playing with the weird timing right now. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So 7 count. There's some potential there. What do you think? Should I? Stan says yes. So is that yes to? Let's see what we can come up with this. So let's see. Let me find the tempo for that. So here's kind of a nice tip. So on my phone here, I have a metronome app. Let's see here. And so I can just kind of tap. Boom, boom. Sans, I see you looking at me. Yeah. I'm just trying to get you involved, you know? I mean, we'll see what happens. All right, so here we go. I've got a metronome app. I'm going to kind of tap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. So it looks like we're at about 140 BPM. Whoa, Moonlight. How you doing? Like sadness and anger kind of sound. Moonlight, glad to have you. Man, I've missed you. Glad you can join us. We are doing some songwriting. I don't know. Now, were you describing? I mean, it sounds like you're describing. Yeah, kind of sad, kind of angry, sort of sounding. Are you cool with that? Do you like that sound? Let's see. If I can remember how to play it. That's why you got to record fast. So let me go ahead and record that so I don't forget it. Whenever you have like an idea, you just gotta go ahead and record it. So let me set the timeline to 140. So this is just a rough recording just to remember it and just to start with something. Let me set the. I'm gonna turn the metronome on. Actually, it says the metronome's on, but for some reason I can't hear it. Well, that's not helpful. Okay, well, I'm just going to record it just so I can remember it, and then I'll get the timing figured out later. So here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, so just a second. I kind of get some Blindside vibes from that, you know. If any of you listen to Blindside, maybe just a little heavier than Blindside. But Stanley, you're wondering what I'm thinking. Yes, I am wondering. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad. All right, cool. So that's a start. Yeah, and we'll see. And it's possible this might come out pretty stupid, you know. But, you know, let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and make a drum beat, and that way you guys can kind of hear what I'm hearing a little bit. Now, again, Moonlight, since you're just joining us, right now I have another window opened up where I'm programming the drum beat, and what stinks is, like, you guys can't see it. I did a test earlier, and it wasn't showing up, so I still got to figure out. It'd be nice if you guys could at least see this. But I'll explain what I'm doing. First, I'm going to set like a little tempo at the beginning just so I can, you know, stay on beat. So this will count me in like before just like when I'm starting a song, you know, the drummer starts it off. So I'm dragging this in now, so you guys should be able to see that. So now when I hit play, again, my guitar is going to be off. I'm going to mute my guitar. So when I hit play, boom, that's where we come in. You know, right now, this could be like a chorus or something. I'm not really, you know, I don't know what part of the song this is yet. So let's see. So I'm just creating a drum beat right now. I added cymbals and a kick. I'm doing the hi-hat. So the drum beat's probably going to be like, and then like some big hits on the toms there. Yeah, so let's see. See if that works. We'll go with that for now. We might, you know, tweak that later. But then I think the second time we're going to go... We're We're gonna do like some low toms here. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, like that. So hopefully y'all are starting to catch on. And even if you are catching on, you're like, yeah, we're catching on. It sucks. You know. So, but hey, that's part of songwriting, you know. Not every idea you have is going to be like awesome. It's not like this is the greatest song ever. Like you don't know yet. I've always said songwriting is almost more like discovering the song than creating it, than making it, you know? Like that's what this is. We're just kind of going down this little path together, and we'll see where we end up. We'll see what this ends up sounding like. So let's see here. Oh, Stanley's writing the lyrics. Sounds good. Let's see. I'm texting the groove the best I can by the sound you laid down. All right, here we go. So yeah, let me try playing with that real quick. So I'm actually going to grab my guitar track again. So here's our drum beat. Whoop. All right, so here's what it would sound like with the guitars. All right, let's see what this sounds like. So I don't quite have the drum beat right. My original guitar rhythm was something like... Well, that's why we made that recording, so let's... Yeah, I got the rhythm wrong. So, man, that's... I think that was the rhythm. Let me hear that again. Just the guitar. I kind of like that rhythm. I'm going to hold on to this old one, the one we just made, in case we want to tweak it. So, all right, I'm starting to get the drum beat a little better. So you like the double toms, yeah. I thought the double toms were kind of cool too. So let's see here. Be cool to do the double toms the second time, but I like there's this like weird kind of upbeat on the first part. Ba-da-da-dum. I kind of like that. Oh, and you know what the difference is? The first one was a 7-beat. This one is a 4-beat. That's the problem. So let me play around with that real quick. So. Perhaps it. All right, it's coming along. Okay, so let's try that drum beat again. I got to tweak it. So back to the drums. Let's see. Give me just a second here. Stan says, I would love to do this with you one-on-one sometime. It's yeah, the songwriting process can be, it's kind of interesting. And the creative process, yeah, it's about, like I said, it's kind of more like discovering. So hopefully this is enjoyable. Because I feel like, because part of me is like, hold on, you know, I don't know what we're making yet. You know, we'll find out. Okay. So, all right, I gotta tweak these drums to make it a 7-beat. So 28. So now they're gonna cut a little short. Give me just a moment here. I'm creating the beat. And then we'll do the first one again. And then the fourth one is going to have those double toms, the dun-dun. So that'll be... see what that's saying. All right, there we go. Okay, and let's have that repeat twice so we can kind of see how we feel about that. All right, so let's have a listen to this, and let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm going to play guitar along with this drum beat. Let me grab the guitar. All right, here we go. Let's see what this sounds like. So we're close. I think I want that palm mute every time, so. All right, so I'm going to tweak. You can actually see, so this little grid down here that I just brought up, yeah, all these yellow notes you see right here, that's the drum beat. Whoops, what just happened? Let me come back here. Yeah, so if I were to, there we go. There you can see the drum beat playing. Snare, kick, snare, kick. All right, and I want to tweak. think we're just going to do that beat each time. Let me hear that real quick. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to try. And then let me copy and paste that again. All right. Yep, Stan likes the palm mute as well. Good, good, good. All right, yeah, let's try that one more time. Going back to the beginning, and let me grab the guitar. All right, I think that's kind of cool. Let me, and I think we're going to end on that last note real quick. So, for now, you know, we can add to this later as we figure it out. Let me just make, there we go, yeah, so that ending. All right, so let me lay down a couple guitar tracks, and maybe we'll try to get some melody, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to track a few guitars. Here we go. And, yeah, just sorry, trying to make sure y'all can see me okay. So yeah, we'll give this a shot. All right, here we go. Tracking guitars. Here's the first one. I actually kind of like it ending with the two palm mutes, but you know, we'll worry about that later. This is just for now. Let me track one more guitar, and then we'll have left and right. Here we go. All right. So just to get a fuller sound, I think I'm going to go ahead and get some bass in there, but here's what we have so far with yeah, because you'll hear that these guitar tracks, the actual left and right tracks, sound a lot cleaner. Sorry, whenever it mutes like that, I'm so used to hitting solo when I just want to hear, like if I hit solo here, this S button, so now you can't hear me, you can only hear the guitar. And I do that all the time. So I'm like trying to talk, and then I'm trying to solo something. But you guys need to hear me, so. Okay, actually we might, that kind of works. All right, so here's what we got so far. Moonlight says, sorry I was gone for 15 minutes. Hey, well, we missed you. It's great to have you. How have you been? Hope you've been doing well. It was a little faster than I had in my head, but Stan says, never mind, that sounds great. Moonlight, what do you think? This is what we've come up with so far. And again, I don't know if you heard me explain earlier, but songwriting is almost more like discovering a song than making it. So it's not like, oh, this is exactly what I want it to be. It's more like you kind of try stuff out and you're like, oh, it'd be cool if we did this, or what if we went this way? Or, no, I don't like that. You know, it's kind of, you're kind of discovering the song. So here's what we've come up with so far. I'll play that again without talking, so. And I don't know if you heard me say earlier, but it kind of sounds like a heavier Blindside, if you're familiar with the band Blindside. So I think it's kind of cool. It's sort of moody. My hope is, like, I'm not going to say like I love it yet, but I think once we get some melody in there, I think we can come up with a really cool melody. Moonlight says, I'm okay, I guess. Just got out of a relationship, but I'm not happy about it. It sounds good. Well, I'm glad you think it sounds good. I'm sorry about that relationship. I know that can be kind of tough stuff. Relationships are tricky. They best advice I can give about that. The healthiest relationships I've seen, they are best friends. My mom and dad are best friends. My siblings and their spouses are best friends. And I think sometimes we put friendship and romantic relationships in different categories. And I think they need to be in the same category. Like, if you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone, it's got to be your best friend. It's got to be someone that you can't get sick of. And along with that, it's I know there's kind of something romantic about two broken halves making a whole, but I think the healthiest relationships are two complete people who are able to kind of just be there for each other. When you're able to kind of support yourself and take care of yourself, then you've got the strength to kind of take care of somewhere else. But I don't mean to. I mean that helpfully. I don't mean to be like, here, I'm going to give you a bunch of relationship advice. I just want you to come and have fun. But I'm always here for you if you need anything. If you ever want to message me privately or something like that. I really appreciate you, Moonlight, and yeah, I hope hang in there. I hope you feel better. But now never mind. Let's try adding some bass to this. Stan was kind of excited about that. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be playing bass. And the very first thing I'm going to be doing is just kind of following what the guitar is doing. So give me a second here. Now you'll kind of be able to see how I'm doing the bass. So what I do is those same notes, let me actually teach you something real quick. So basically these notes that you're seeing from the drums, they're called MIDI notes, and they're almost like they're piano signals, basically. It's like piano notes, but the note is assigned to sound like a drum beat. If I were to take this, so the drum machine is a MIDI instrument. The bass is also a MIDI instrument. In fact, this piano is also a MIDI instrument. So if I play this, this drum pattern on the drum track, it sounds like a drum beat. I'll go ahead and play it. Sounds like a hi-hat. Whoops. Gonna mute the guitar. So it sounds like drums. But if I took those same notes and I move them down to the bass, listen what happens. It's gonna sound crazy. basically that drum beat is playing on the bass track, and it sounds like these short bass notes. Same thing if I dragged it to the piano track, it's going to do the same thing. Oh, not sure why we're not hearing that. Just... Well, normally it would sound like that, but I'm not sure why it's why the piano track's not playing. So, but no worries, it's not that important anyway. So, okay. Okay, so that's what I've got here, and you'll actually be able to see this. So I've got these bass notes here. Moonlight says he was my closest friend, but maybe God took him away for a reason. Hope he brings him back to me in time. Well, I'm sorry about that. Thanks. Maybe that's why I felt the song was sad and angry, because that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Well, that's one thing. Again, I want you to be comfortable, but remember, that's like, yes, writing music's fun, but that's kind of the great thing about music, is that it allows us to express these emotions. And so, you know, maybe it works out. Maybe this can be a song to kind of express that sadness and that anger, you know, that frustration. That sounds like a great reason to write a piece of music. I mean, the reason I even began... Well, no, I wrote songs for a while, but especially lyrics. What really motivated my lyrics was when I had my first heartbreak. And I'm not going to, you know, tell my whole love story right now, but the short version is I've never really been a fan of dating. I've always, I've never liked the idea of trying someone out. And so I kind of came to the conclusion, in my early teens, I was like, the only reason I would date someone is if I had... if I thought I had potential of marrying that person. And so I was looking for the one. So we were, there were a few girls my age. I would talk to them. I would like some of them, but I could never see myself spending the rest of my life with them. So I never took it any further than talk. Eventually I did meet a girl who just, blew all the others out of the water, and got very close with her, fell deeply in love with her. We did have a period of time where we were together romantically, and I thought I was going to end up marrying this girl. But summer ended, school started again. She didn't really know my friends. I didn't really know her friends. We were kind of just this awkward couple together. And one day she said, I think I just want to be friends. And my heart broke. And the two things I thought was, what's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? And that's kind of what I struggled with, was... what was wrong with me? Why didn't she want to be with me? Why wasn't I good enough? And it took years for me to actually learn the answer. I think the answer was, one, I think we were just too young for a relationship that serious. Even I was too young for a relationship that serious, whether I realized it or not. And, in time, I kind of learned, it was actually kind of good for me. I sort of started to look at girls more as funny as it sounds, more as people and less as like aliens. For a long time, I only had friends with guys, and girls were just for romantic relationships. But after having my heartbreak, I started making a lot of girl friends, like friends who were girls, and I wasn't interested in being involved with them romantically because I was still overcoming that heartbreak. But I ended up making some of my closest friends that way, After that, eventually, I remember a lot of song lyrics started sticking out to me. For finally, I've always listened to music just for the music, but eventually the words started resonating with me. It was like, wow, that's explaining exactly how I feel. And so I tried to write a song explaining what I was going through, what I was feeling. And I remember when I finished writing it, I remember singing it over and over and over again. I just couldn't get enough of it, because it just felt so relieving to just be able to put it out into something, be able to say it. And that's when I realized, okay, lyrics are important. Words do matter. And ever since then, I've tried to, write my songs meaningfully, like tried to write about something. Now, as I've gotten older, obviously I've had different experiences. I've written songs about growing up, songs about, the future, what's in store, songs about some of my friends moving away, songs about my relationship with God. And so, as you have more life experiences, you definitely have many topics to write about, but that's what we kind of have here. We kind of have this sort of, dark tune that sounds frustrated. It sounds, you know, angry and sad, and maybe that's a good opportunity to kind of just express, like, you know, this is something I want to overcome. This is something you know, I'm hurting with right now, but you know, I always like to have, you know, optimistic lyrics. I'll express the hurt, I'll express the pain, but there's always hope. There's always, because things will get better, you know. I know things hurt right now, and you might need that time to just kind of be in that state of emotion. And I really am sorry, and you know, all I can say is, you know, you just got to give it some time, and but you'll get better. And so maybe this is a small way, you know, this might just be a small way, but maybe we can write something that that kind of helps you a little bit, that kind of has some of that. So we're going to get a little more power here with the bass. The bass is kind of going to add that low end and kind of fill things out a little bit. So what you're seeing here, you can see this piano on the side here. So if they sound like bass notes if I hit those piano notes. And basically, we are using this grid here to tell the bass when to play. Now, here's the drum beat, and I can kind of look at where the kick and the snare are hitting, and kind of use that. The bass is kind of a merge between what the guitar is doing and what the drums are doing. So give me a second. Let me listen to this and try to kind of assess what the bass is going to do. So here's the drums and guitar. So I think we're going to go bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 yeah. Okay, I think I know what we're going to do. Yeah, Anytime Moonlight. All right, here we go. All right, so there's the note we're hitting. We're hitting that C sharp, bum, and then I think we're going to hit that same note an octave higher. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Let's see what that sounds like. All right, we're getting somewhere. So now the next few notes. Whoops. There we go. All right. Sorry, I'm not. Hopefully, it's interesting to watch. It's kind of hard to commentate when I'm trying to design. Keep those notes low because we want to match. Or maybe we just go up for the 1. What are the drums doing there? No, it's kick, kick. No, they are low. Yeah, maybe we'll keep them all low. Try that again. Where are we at? There we are. One more time. Oh my gosh, my foot went numb. I've been sitting on my foot. So this is kind of a weird setup. All right, there we go. And I think what's going to sound good is keeping this note high and then going to those low notes. Oh, go low on the tom. There we go. There we go. All right, and then that's going to sound cool when we do the double hit. All right, we're getting somewhere. Let's try that again. And then just get that last note. Let this note ring out. All right, so now we got the bass in there. So, yeah, so we got a little more low end. So, yep, here's what it sounds like. Let that last note ring out a little longer, even though we might end up tweaking this part. I think I just came up with kind of a cool lead guitar. So that's the nice thing. Like as it starts piecing together, I can kind of start like hearing other parts. So what if we had this lead part? Those notes. Oh, that's the same one. That's a lot easier. I think I like that better. Something like that. That sounded pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to have to play around with that a little, so forgive me. don't know, that actually works pretty good. I'm leaning towards that. Stan says yes. So, all right, let's track that. So, here we go. Whoop. All right, so that's one. I got to do that again. We'll pan that one to the right, and we'll do one more for the left. Here we go. Right. So I'll drag that down, trim that up. All right. Let's hear what we've got so far. All right, here we go. Whoops, so let me tweak something. Yeah, I gotta send these guys to bus 4. Don't worry, it's a bunch of complicated stuff, so I gotta make it so you can hear it. There we go. Now we should be good. Cool. Yep, Stan says I like it. I'm digging it too. I don't know what you guys think, but this is what I love about songwriting is because when you're first starting, it's like, you know, I don't know, but as you start adding pieces, it's like, man, this is becoming something. Like, this is actually sounding pretty cool. One thing that's sticking out to me, I would like to accent those dun-dun, and I'm a little worried that the lead guitar is covering that up. One thing we can try, I can try cutting there. Let's see if that works. Oh, whoops. Let me... Actually, that might sound good. Let's see what that sounds like. That's kind of cool. Here's what it sounds like without that. Coming up in just a moment here. Yeah. Moonlight says she's hearing Chevelle sounds, and there you go. You know, Chevelle's a big influence of mine, so definitely a little bit. I actually kind of think it sounds a little Flyleaf. You know, Flyleaf's another big influence. I don't know if you feel that way. Definitely has some Chevelle vibes, but it's almost kind of emo. I don't know if Chevelle's very emo, and I feel like Flyleaf has a little bit of emo. And like I said, it kind of sounds like a heavier Blindside. So to me right now, it kind of sounds like kind of a Blindside Flyleaf kind of merge. But yeah, it's fair to say that there's definitely some Chevelle influence in there. I'm gonna try to cut at all those tom hits. Let's just see if that sounds good or not. And notice I said try, because that's what you do. Here we go. This might work, it might not. I'd be curious to hear your guys' thoughts. So if I were to cut at those big hits, the boom, you know, let me know if y'all like the way that sounds or not. Where did I cut? I think that's the next one. All right, let's hear how this sounds, and let me know what you guys think. So hear how the lead guitar is muting on those palm mutes. I'll play just the lead guitar. So here's what that sounds like. I think I'm digging that. Now here's what it sounds like if we didn't mute it. So the second part I haven't cut, so it would sound like this. To be honest, I kind of think both sound good. I like how the mute accents the big hits. So right now what I'm thinking, like, if this were a song, I would maybe do it differently in different parts of the song. Like, I would maybe do it like this. And then when I want to, like, have a heavier hit, I would do this part, like, you know, where it mutes. But what are you guys thinking? Hey, Daniel, good to have you back. Yeah, sounds kind of Memento Mori. I would agree with that. Daniel, I don't know if you just heard, so here's what we've got so far. The mute is Neo. I don't know if you meant nice. So yeah, Daniel, what we're doing, here's what it sounds like, and right now I'm asking about these mutes. Like, so here's the lead guitar. I'll let you hear it. And you can see I cut right here, these little gaps. So it's playing, and then it's going to mute. And that's muting for the palm mutes. So like the other guitar, you can hear the palm mutes. And when you hear it with the band, so here's how that sounds. And then, so I've just muted the first half. The second half I haven't cut. So let me know if you like it with the mutes or if I should just leave the lead guitar playing. So. Daniel says, yeah, likes the breaks. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, I kind of like both, but I think we're going to go with those cuts because those sound pretty good. Give me just a second here. So you get to watch me. Here's some fancy editing. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting at the beginning, selecting all of this, copy. Now I'm going to undo that cut, and then it kicks in right there, and I just hit paste. Bam, just copy and pasted all of that. So it should line up. Let's have a listen. right, sounding pretty cool. But yeah, Stan says he understands what I'm saying about maybe using it in different parts of the song. Right now, the way this riff is shaping up, this is one of those riffs, I feel like this could be the verse and the chorus. Now, I don't know if that's what I would want to do, but basically what I mean is, I'll give you an example. So basically, when it's heavy the way it is right now, that would be like the chorus. But you could, you know, bring it down to like a smaller beat and just like, you know, that's it. I'm trying to think, or you know what? Maybe like a clean tone. That could be the verse. Sometimes with the melody for the chorus. That could be kind of cool though. Might try that real quick. Let's see here. Yep, Daniel says, I would think when the vocals come in, you play it like it was originally played without those breaks. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I agree with that. Like, yeah, that's, yeah, you've got me thinking, wheels turning. So that's kind of how I feel. Yeah, that's actually not a bad suggestion. Like if it was playing instrumentally, it would have those pauses, and then the vocals in it would have it. So we'll see. I'm going to leave it as is for now, just because, yeah, we are pretty much, you know, writing a full song here. What do you guys think of that little clean guitar bit that I just did? Like, I don't want to record it if you guys aren't digging that, but what we could do is have like kind of a, you know, like a more of a, like a lower drum beat, just like a, and doing like that clean, that kind of crunch guitar, and then it can build up with the distortion, and what we're hearing now can sort of be like, you know, the big part, the big chorus or whatever it might be. So let's see here what we would do for that. We'll see what you guys kind of think. So I'd have to drag that all the way to 17. Unless you guys say no, and then I'll put it back. But again, I got to wait for your response. Okay, actually, I'm going to drag it just a little further. And let's do this real quick. Okay, so I am copying and pasting the drum beat. I'm going to leave the bass the same for now, but this drum beat, I'm going to tweak it. Probably the easiest thing I can do. We don't want both cymbals, we just want the one cymbal, the one crash. And we're going to select all these hi-hats and move them down to the closed hi-hat. There we go, so we kind of get this. But we're going to get rid of that tom. Let's change that to a snare. I'd have to tweak that a little bit. I actually don't know if I want that crash there. Might do an open hat. Actually, that might sound, well. Yeah. At first, we'll leave it closed for now. All right, I kind of want to tweak that second bit. Something weird's happening there. So we're going to switch this bass part. We're going to drag these two notes down to match the kick, and then drag this one up to match the snare. There we go. And let me just copy and paste that real quick. Actually, I can just grab these. Whoa, what just happened? Command copy. I'm going to have to tweak this one eventually too. Also, I hope you guys can see my face okay. I keep like, I know the window I set up for you guys to see like might be blocking my face a little bit, but for some reason, you know, I keep moving. Drag that down there. Boom, boom. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right. Again, just want that to be one symbol. Well, that's kind of nice. Those toms, I just got to select them and drag them down. One each, so like, might actually be cool to hit the snare twice. Let's see what that sounds like on that second one. But then I got to go back and fix the bass. See what that sounds like. I don't know. I'm not really sure. We'll go with it for now. You know, those are like the little decisions you can change them later. You know. I should probably just copy and paste these drums. Need to get rid of the crash there. Should just be a hat. And then here it's going to start building up a little bit. I'm trying to think. I'll have to figure out this build up later. I know it's going to build up here. We'll tweak this in a little bit. We'll do this for now. So. Okay, so let's hear what that would sound like with the guitar. something like that. What do you guys think? I mean, I think it's kind of cool. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and record it, but I might record it and then I look and you guys like, I'm not digging it, and it's like, all right, I'll delete it. All right, let me go ahead and record that. We'll polish up the transition when we get to it. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get that build up when we get to it. All right, here we go. Actually, something I thought of while I was playing that, let me see if this works. Might be kind of cool to do like a... I'm trying to think how to do like a little bend or something. Well, I'll try that this time, so... see if I can figure that out. What do y'all think of that? Kind of messed it up. I got to remember to go down, down, down. That's the thing. As you're writing the songs, you got to learn how to play them. So Daniel says, I think that hi-hat should go away or something. After the first count, it sounds like it's a continuous count. Now, do you just mean because of the... So Stan says he likes the bend. Now, do you mean just because it's counting at the beginning? So the first count is, just for recording. Like, if this were an actual song, I would delete this. I would delete that, of course, but if you just mean that hi-hat, it might sound a little like right now while we're recording, it's a programmed drum, so it's going to sound a little consistent. Like it might almost sound like a metronome, I think is what you're kind of saying. But I'll keep that in mind, and I'll see if maybe there's something we can do. We might even be able to tweak that somehow. Let's get this guitar recorded first, and then I'll try to address that if we can. All right, so I think I am gonna go with that bend. So I gotta record again. Let me double check my tuning. That's the one problem with bending. You might go out of tune. So yeah. All right, here we go. Okay. That's one. And let's try one more. Whoops, wrong spot. Try that again. All right. Got that. Okay, so with both guitars, here's what we've got. Yeah, Daniel said the bend sounds good. So then that's where I got to record something, but that's where it's going to switch to distortion. So, whoops, what did I do there? Oh, I know what happened. So I got to cut those on the grid, select them all, and drag them over. What happened to the drums? Why are they still the closed hi-hat? That could have been really epic. The drums messed it up. 1 second. I accidentally selected all the drums. Let me tweak that hi-hat real quick. That was like such an underwhelming kick in. All right, select. There we go. All right, that's pretty cool. So we just need to tweak this transition here. Thanks, Moonlight. Moonlight says it sounds good. So I think we're gonna switch the well, let's see. I think we're gonna switch the distortion to the dun dun, the palm mutes there. All right, yeah. So I think is it funny seeing me like I'm thinking the drums? I'm like dun dun, you know, trying to, you know, that's welcome to air drumming, you know. Brainstorming. Okay, so I think we're gonna do like an actual build up here, like let's see. So I have these lighter snares. There we go. Trying to think if I want those kicks or not. Sorry, not talking much. I'm working on a build-up. let's see what that sounds like. All right, so we're getting there. I'm gonna mute everything real quick. I just need to hear the drums. Let's see. So I think we might do a little fill there. Let's see. I think we're gonna get. So, let's see. Where's this going? I think I want to try that kick. Yeah, something kind of like that. Might go to kick there. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's kind of working. We're getting there. Where is that crash coming from? There. It's supposed to be a tom. We're going to add a kick there. Yep, sorry for the lack of commentary. Hope this is still interesting when I'm just doing it. All right, let's see. And we're going to have this bass kind of build up, so bum 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 blum blum bum bum. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do these two will be higher. There we go. And then, to be honest, I'm just gonna, sometimes when I want to do something quick, rather than recording it, I just cut it out and copy and paste it. Obviously, like for an actual recording, I would, play it right. But when you're writing, it's just, you're just trying to get the idea across. So... that's not right. I don't think it cut at the right spot. Here we go. All right, let me make sure that worked. I might have that distortion kick in sooner. Like, I might have it kick in on that whole measure there. let me give that a shot. So I will have to record it. I'm going to drop this down here for now. And let me record this section. I'll have to record it over here, actually. Sorry. Yeah, we'll start about there. Okay. Daniel says, keep playing. I'm going to get some cheeseburgers going on the grill. That sounds good. Yep. Cheeseburgers would hit the spot right now. Stan says, I like seeing you think and hearing the results. Well, cool. Just want to make sure it's still enjoyable. Yeah, sorry it's kind of hard to commentate sometimes because, yeah, I'm thinking and I'm kind of like playing around with ideas. So as long as it's still enjoyable to watch. And ideally, you know, definitely feel free to share like ideas. And I appreciate y'all's feedback and stuff. I will say that's the hardest thing, you know. As an artist, you know, you kind of like have ideas to explore and then someone else makes a suggestion and it's like, maybe we'll try that later, you know, but no, this is, I do want to include you guys on this. So, so if you have any ideas and you can express them through text, then do so. I think Daniel's idea for cheeseburgers was a good suggestion, so. Okay, yeah, gonna track this transition part and then we're gonna work on some vocals. I've actually been wanting to get to the vocals because I think that's gonna kind of tie it all together. Let's see here. So I'm kind of going to play it the same way I did the verse, but with distortion. So we'll get that string bend in there. So here we go. All right, hopefully that was good. It was a little... Let me hear that real quick. This really doesn't matter because we're writing, but I want to get that palm mute better, so here we go. Doing it again. Hopefully it was okay. Like, let me hear that one more time. I feel like I'm... it might be okay. Good enough for right now. So I'm going to cut that. And... all right, so there we go. We did all that for that. And we just got to do that one more time. Are we missing something? No? Oh, I see what happened. Yeah, I cut too soon. Okay. One more of those. Here we go. Again, I don't know if I played that too great either. Close enough. You know, if it's going to take too long if I'm like just trying to get it perfect. That's one thing you got to remember with songwriting is like when you're first recording your ideas, they're just ideas. Like you don't have to play it perfect. You do want to play it good enough to kind of understand what it's supposed to be, but save the good takes for, you know, when you actually go to record it. Don't waste time trying to get a good take now, because even if I got the perfect take right now, I'd have to delete it later when I go to like finish the song. All right, let's see if that even worked. So yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Here's what we've got so far, and we're going to try vocals next. right, so that's what we've got so far. And yeah, I was just reading your comments. Stan saying eat on it instead of thinking on it. So yeah, I'm guessing referring to the cheeseburgers. Stanley says, wow, hopefully that means you like it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. That's the importance of dynamics, you know, like the verse kind of being smaller, you hear how much more punch the chorus has. And Daniel's right, yeah, person not writing the song, I think you need to play it this way. And that's pretty much how it goes. So and then Moonlight laughing at and then, yeah, songwriter, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, creative, you know, it's definitely something I've had to exercise, you know, like a creative, sharing creative thoughts and stuff like that. But yeah, I think we're going to try some vocals. And I haven't forgotten your suggestions, by the way. So Daniel had a suggestion about the closed hi-hat in the verse, so I may try to tweak that. We might try to tweak that drum beat somehow, or you know, just to get it sounding less like a metronome. And then he also mentioned the lead guitar and those mutes. And I still, yeah, that's something, I agree with that. I actually think like there'd be a certain part of the song where you would want those mutes. And then I think there's a certain part where you would want them to sustain and want them to just keep playing. But again, that's almost talking about like the whole song arrangement. Right now, that's just an idea we'll keep in our back pocket, and we would have to figure that out later. So right now, we pretty much have like kind of a verse and a chorus. So, all right, so here comes the funny part. Now we have to come up with a melody for the vocals. Now, there's two ways I do this. One is just by freestyling, just singing along, and then the other is by playing the guitar. So, so I'm gonna kind of sing along with it, and we'll see what happens. Moonlight says, "Has that journal come in handy for any new songs?" Unfortunately, I haven't written any real new songs yet. I'm hoping to, though. A couple things. Moonlight, just so you know, actually the next song I'm hoping to release is "Love's Not Fair." I have recorded acoustic guitars for it, and I've recorded vocals. I'm currently in the I'm coming out of the editing process, starting to enter the mixing process. So I'm hoping to enter that song, release that song within the next month. So that's coming up, hopefully sooner than that. And then after that song, I am going to be working on a news song. So that's when I will need to be, you know, writing songs and journals and or lyrics and that kind of thing. But I definitely, I still have that journal. I definitely appreciate that. Daniel says, it is difficult to take others' advice when you're writing your own music. That's for sure, you know. I think, and one thing, it helps when you have a clear objective, you know, with the person that you're working with, you know, when the two of you kind of know what you're aiming for and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. I will say we're going to keep going for a bit, maybe another 20 minutes or so. But I may have to wrap this up. But maybe we'll pick this up and continue, or try like a fresh idea. You know, we'll see. Let me see if I can come up with a melody real quick. I'm going to start with singing. I might pick on the guitar a little bit. We'll see what happens. So. Real quick. All right, so what if it was like That's what I'm trying to fish for. But those initial notes, so let's see if I can figure that out. Finding some notes I like, I just gotta, you know, get it the right arrangement. It's that second part. Getting there. This is crazy awesome. Thanks, Stan. Let's see here. Yeah, glad you're digging it. I'm kind of liking that melody right now. Can't get that right. Sorry, it's going to take a little fishing. Let me do just that second part. Getting there, believe it or not. Man, I keep messing it up. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little piano track for that melody. The other thing you'll notice me doing, so when I'm singing, it's kind of easier to just sing random words rather than like, la, la, la. I mean, I could do that, but usually I'll just kind of sing random phrases and stuff. And so if you're like, what is he singing about? You know, I don't know yet. I'm just kind of making stuff up, you know. Okay, let me, I'm going to create a piano track. Oh, darn it. Man. Okay. Actually, part of me wonders if y'all can hear the piano, and maybe I can't. I think I know why I'm not hearing the piano. Give me a second here. Let me send it to the bus 4. Actually, I don't know if it needs to go. Well, we'll do it anyway. Yeah, I think... Can y'all hear that piano now? Hopefully so. I'm going to work on it, and just let me know if y'all can hear the piano now. Let's see. So it's yep. Now this is just a guide for me when I go to sing it. That's what we're doing right now. So it's not actually going to have a piano in the track. At least I don't know. You know, maybe we decide to add a piano part later. Make sure that is lining up. Okay, thanks, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel confirmed that you guys can hear the piano. So, all right. Now, if you're hearing this melody, any idea for words? You know, if anyone's got lyric ideas that can kind of match with this. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na, na-na-na. All right, let me get a refresher real quick. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Bum, ba-dum, da-da. Da-da-da. All right, so here's the melody we've got. I will say, I do feel like the melody is kind of, like just the last bit is, again, taking away from those palm mutes. It might not be a big deal. It might just be the piano. Like, that sounds fine, but those double hits is where I'm a little worried. It is in sync, though. Whoa, bum, bum. It might be fine for now, but, you know, might be something I'd tweak. Kind of having to wrap up this stream soon, so I'm not going to be too picky about it, but it's something, again, you come up with like a first draft, and then you make tweaks as you go. So this melody is not by any means the final melody. Let's see here. Eating cheeseburgers now, and they are delicious. Stan, are you having cheeseburgers too? Man, I hope I get some cheeseburgers when I get home. You know, we'll see. All right, I'm just going to come up with kind of some temporary lyrics. Let's see here. Let me think real quick. I'm kind of thinking, I know I don't have to write like the greatest words in the world right now, but let's see. Man, I don't want to brainstorm too long. I'm trying to come up with like a good, so usually when you're writing lyrics, man, that could be next stream we'll write the lyrics, you know. We'll see. One thing I've kind of learned, like it's nice to have a visual that kind of represents the emotion you're trying to express. So if we're trying to express kind of, you know, anger and frustration and sadness and, you know, like what's something that can visually represent that, because that can sort of help. Oh, eating cheeseburgers now, they are delicious. That's the temp lyrics. No, I think I'm going to try to do something a little more heartfelt, you know, as much as I love cheeseburgers. Let's see here. It might be kind of cliche. I'm going to try to go with like faded photograph or faded memory as sort of an analogy. So last note in there. Memory. Faded memory. Faded memory. It's only one fade. It's a little awkward trying to smooth it out. Darn it. All right, I might have to kind of listen through it and sort of sing it. Might tweak that melody. If this works. What if we switch these notes? Fake memory. I don't know if a fake memory makes sense. You're just a fake. It's a little. You're just. I might still want to go up. Just. Might have to try some different words because they might just not be fitting awkwardly. Hard to type lyrics with the music and not be able to sing it out as you hear it. Yeah, it's you kind of have to sing it and then type what you're coming up with. Says I'm on to something. Yeah, it takes a little tweaking. And the interesting thing about lyrics, you can't just write whatever you want and then sing it. There's certain parts where the song has, like the way we speak, certain words have stress on certain parts. So for example, like the word guitar, we say guitar, we don't say guitar. I mean, some people pronounce it like that, guitar, you know. But where you put the stress on the syllable or the conjunction or whatever, is kind of what matters. So you can't just assign a word to each note because it might come off kind of awkward. You took it all. Left alone. Let's see if I can squeeze in a third hit in there. A little clunky. All alone, all alone again. I'm all alone again. It's still a little clunky. That's what I want to do, but I don't know if the timing allows me to do that. Still a little clunky, but I might have to settle for something. Might be a little awkward, but you know, we'll try it and just see what we get. That's what these tests are for. Alone again. What rhymes with again? I waited. You were for you, my friend. I waited. Yep, Stan's having salad. All right, I'm just going to freestyle some lyrics. Nope, that doesn't work. Yep, that's all right. That's what these tests are for. So I think the original melody worked better. So I would have, that's the trickiest part. I got to find words. I was hoping I could find like just some temp lyrics. So we're going to stick with that melody. Guys, sorry, I think I'm just going to have to sing La. I was hoping to have like some actual lyrics to sing, but it ain't happening. So, all right. I might sing like a few random words. Let's try real quick. I'll try kind of singing with it, and then I'll record something. So. Whoop. I waited, I found a mistake. You said I waited, you were the way I found myself again. I think that second melody might not work vocally. I waited, I found a way. You said this was a mistake. I noticed we can't be the same, but I'll just try again. So I might have to tweak the melody a little bit to kind of work. So I don't really have vocals yet. That's the tricky thing with like odd time signatures is finding that right melody that just fits. I'm gonna record something just to kind of freestyle it, but this probably isn't going to be great. So here we go. I waited, you were a mistake, I can't keep holding on. I know it's frustrating, but I'll try something else again. Yeah, again, kind of awkward, you know. It's like almost there, but that last little bit just does not fit very well. I waited, you were a mistake, I can't keep holding on. I know it's frustrating, but I'll try something else again. Yeah, again, thanks, Stan. Yeah, Stan said still awesome. Yep, got it pretty quickly, so I'm gonna listen one more time. I waited, you were a mistake, I can't keep holding on. I know it's frustrating, but I'll try something else. Yeah, so that's going to take a little tweaking. Let's start from the beginning. Darn it, I'm singing too much there. For something new, I know it can't be true. I know I will find it soon. I know I can't wait. I don't know. Sorry. So now you're kind of dealing with, that's me, like, wanting to get it. All right, one more time, and then I think we're going to call this a wrap, so. Something for, and I can't find.
So yeah, so that's the, there's two challenges with this song. One, it's at an odd timing with, it's 7/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. So coming up with a melody that flows smoothly and doesn't sound awkward or jarring, that takes a little bit of time to tweak. And the second thing, it's kind of a weird chord progression, you know? It's not like, it's not, you know, what key is this in? It's like, this is one of those songs that kind of changes keys and stuff. So, sounds really cool, but yeah, it takes a little more experimenting to come up with something. So sorry guys, I was hoping to have like a vocal line at the end of this and have something, but that's what I get for having to go technical a little prog with it. So. Well, guys, that's what we came up with. Hopefully, you enjoyed this. Again, this is kind of a new segment that I'm wanting to try from time to time. We'll kind of rotate through reactions and, you know, songwriting together and what else? You know, Q&A, song requests, that kind of things. But give me some feedback. You know, let me know what you guys thought of this. What did you like? What did you not like, or what do you think would tweak? If you have any ideas how to make this better, how to maybe get you guys more involved, you know, how to keep it engaging. You know, if you have any suggestions on how this could improve, you know, I think this could be a fun segment. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I had fun. You know, songwriting is my favorite thing to do in the world, so hopefully you all enjoyed it as well. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like to support me, there is a link in the description to a virtual tip jar, and that allows me to keep bringing you content and to keep doing this and to bring you bigger and better content eventually. So I definitely appreciate your support. If you don't have the financial means to support me, my biggest goal right now is building an audience. So you can help me do that by sharing my content, sharing my music, you know, liking the videos, subscribing to the YouTube channel, and yeah, just, you know, inviting people to the streams, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll have to kind of see what happens. Stan says here, can you save this and revisit? Yes, I can do that. Yep, I will save this project and maybe we'll revisit it. You know, I don't know if we'll revisit it next or if we'll, you know, try something else and then come back and revisit this one. But I'll hold on to this. I thought it came out pretty cool. So, will I turn this into an actual song? I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it turns out. You know, but if you guys like it, if you guys end up like, you know, if we come up with a good vocal line and a good arrangement, you guys are digging it, then yeah, I guess I'll have to release it, you know, but we'll see what happens. But if anything, if this is just, you know, just ends up being for fun and we just come up with like some fun demos, you know, there's nothing wrong with that either. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Just remember to check out those links in the description. You know, sign up for my email list so I can notify you whenever I release a new song, whenever I have new content and things like that coming out. I appreciate it. Stan, Daniel, Moonlight, you know, appreciate you all tuning in. I hope you're all doing well and you know, whatever, you know, struggle or challenge you might be going through, you know, I'll keep you guys in my prayers and I hope you overcome that. I really appreciate all of you. I really care about you guys. And so, yeah, you mean a lot to me. So, great catching up with you. I hope you all have a wonderful evening or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are. Until next time.